Hello everyone, my name is Amarjit Kumar, a student of B.Sc Honours in Data Science and Artificial Intelligence at IIT Guwahati. This is my term project 2 on data engineering on Azure Databricks. So guys, have you ever wondered who are the data scientists and who are the data engineers? What are the differences between them in their roles? How related these two fields are or these two streams are? And have you ever thought how these kind of raw data can be transformed into a visually appealing dashboard like this? Have you ever thought of this? And at the same time, how the same similar raw data can be used to generate the ML insights to predict the insights which eventually help the business to take the decisions on the basis of the data, which customer to focus on, which customer we need to target, which is our highest value customer, which is our lowest value customer, or which are the most frequent customer. Have you ever thought of where to spend more and which region we need to give more emphasis on it? How these decisions will be taken and how the data is useful to take the decisions on them. Let us together find out the answers of all the questions. First we will covering the problem statement, then our architecture overview, then we will talk about the bronze layer, silver layer and gold layer. Then we will talk about the ML pipeline, whole machine learning pipeline, then orchestration, how everything from architecture overview from bronze layer till the ML pipeline will orchestrated, and at the last we'll talk about the results and outcomes. Okay, in the problem statement, in the left corner you can see the problems that is having in our raw data. Null records is there, duplicate records, duplicate orders, multiple mixed date format. Some people used to mention first month, then date, and then some people used to mention date first and then months. These are the mixed date formats that we need to fix. No BI performance, definitely in the raw data we can't do any performance on the BI, and no in the zero ML capability on raw. On the solution, we build Medallion Architecture. Have you ever thought of Medallion Architecture? As the name infers, bronze, silver and gold. So in the bronze, we will take the input from the source. In the silver, we will perform some ETL processes, some cleaning on the data, and at the gold, we will take the business decisions by creating a business reports. We'll use the PySpark language, Apache Spark, that is, to accomplish everything. Then date optimize, and RFM, that is for ML integrations. To orchestrate everything, we'll use the ADF, Azure Data Factory. Now move to the architecture view. So let's rather giving a look in the slides, let's view the, yes, this is my portal, Azure portal, where this is my dashboard where I have created. This is my Azure Data Factory, my Azure storage, and this is my Databricks account workspace. You can see in the Databricks I have the 3 layers, 3 files, bronze, silver and gold. In the bronze I have written the code to take the input from the source file and save into the bronze container. Silver I have written the code for clean everything, and at the gold for business reports. Storage, this is my Azure storage account. You can now see in the input there is a e-commerce file, the same file that I have shown you. In bronze container there is no file, in the silver container also there is no file, and at the gold no file is there. Currently we have not executed, we have not run our pipeline, so there is nothing. But as soon as I will run the pipeline, you can see these are my pipelines. Azure Data Factory, I have orchestrated everything from copy data to input to bronze container. Then in the bronze the code is mentioned to move the file from bronze to silver and silver to gold. So let me just quickly validate everything if my pipeline is works. Yes, pipeline is validated. Then I start debug. So it will take some time. It will start the copying data from input to bronze, then all followed things. So you can see currently you can't see any checkbox, right? Once it executed, you will see checkbox at top of every notebook and the module. So it will run in the background. So parallelly I will discuss the other parts. So as I shown you, CSV file, this I will take as a source. It comes into the Azure Data Factory to orchestrate everything, to build the pipeline. Then it will move to the bronze layer will ensure every input, the same file that is having in the input will be copied and will move to the bronze layer, and will infer or will enroll a schema over there and will parse the date. The similar silver to clean the data. So everything from taking the data from the input file to clean the data, this is the role of data engineer. To everything, to create a pipeline, make sure everything is copied to the bronze layer, then silver layer, all thing is done by data engineer. Coming to the data scientist make sure the clean data will get transformed into in the ML for business reports, and at the same time data scientists ensure to build the ML modules. After creating the business reports, will move everything to the Power BI dashboards. So these are the basic differences between the data engineer and the data scientist. These are the key technologies I used: PySpark, Delta Lake, Spark ML library. Spark ML library is used to take the or to build the ML modules, Unity Catalog and Power BI. Now moving to the bronze layer. In the bronze layer, so basically where we take the input from any application, any application you have, any databases you want to take the input, so you can take the input in the bronze layer. So the role of bronze layer is to append only archive. It should append the similar data that is having in the input will be comes into the bronze layer, container, storage, everything you can see. Schema evaluation, at the bronze layer, schema will be enrolled on top of your data. Audit metadata, you can add the audit metadata in your bronze layer to, if you want to check if any logs are missing or not, if any deviation from the input file. Now we'll move to the silver layer. At the silver layer, data engineers performs drop null columns. If there is a null value, it will drop the column, drop the rows. Basically deduplication will be checked there, date parsed, everything, every data should be passed into the single format which can be used or utilized by the machines. Then the dry metrics we have, if we need to add any column there, like if in our raw data there is a quantity and price, so we will add one more column there of total amount, and that will be added in the silver layer. And at the final, we'll push our every data to the gold layer for Power BI optimization. Now we are in the gold layer. So in the gold layer, it's time for data scientists to pick the data up and generate the business reports. So we have built the 4 reports: daily sales, product performance, customer insights, analytics, region analytics, and ML analytics. Let me show you in the Databricks. You can see this is the gold layer. So gold layer, you can see the daily sales record. This is a kind of a report I generated, and then right to the gold file path. Customer analytics, region analytics, and then followed by recency, frequency. These are the ML modules. So these are basically things will be done in the gold layer. Now the most important part, ML pipeline. How we will introduce the ML in our raw file. So first we'll take the input from the silver table as a source, then we'll perform the RFM. On the raw data we will perform the RFM, which stands for R for recency, how recently per customer has bought any product, frequency, how frequently the person is ordering or the customer is ordering, and the monetary, how much spend that customer is giving to us, our total spend, monetary spent. Once we compute the RFM on the basis of R, recency, frequency, and monetary, then we'll move to the vector assembler. So we'll generate one more column in the raw data as a feature. We'll add one more feature in our raw, and we'll compute and we'll mention everything: recency, frequency, and monetary for each and every customer. And then the vector assembler will standardized, because at once our recency could be in tens and maybe in hundreds and 200s, but our monetary will be in 10 lakhs or crores can be there. So we'll need to standardize everything. So one data can't be dominated by others. Standardization will be done at the standard scaler. In the K means we'll build a cluster. On the whole data I use the elbow method. After the 20 iterations, I checked from k equals to 2 to k equals to 8 to check the elbow method, where I get the most recent or most closest separated cluster I can say in my data. So that is the kind of value k I get at the 4. I got the value of 4. And what the 4 values are? So 4 value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 I segregated into the high value loyal customers, promising customers, medium in all aspects, at risk customers, high, medium, and medium, and churn risk are those customers which bought very long time ago and their having frequency is also low and monetary is also low for those customers. And then after perform everything, then the data will move to the gold segment. Then we build the reports of everything, then it will be pushed, it will be tagged to the Power BI to take the decisions. Orchestration and governance. This is the place where everything is been built. Now it's time for orchestrate our data to make the pipeline, enable the email notifications. Let's suppose you are running the pipeline and anytime you get an error, so you need to build kind of alerting mechanism there, so it will trigger the alert and it will notify you at this point data has been failure. And at the same time governance, so you will add some unity catalogs there to govern your data, to verify integrity, everything should be maintained in the data as the governance part. So let me see if our factory run. Yes, you can see, right? Now there is a green tick on every module. That means our pipeline successfully executed. And now let's see in the storage if we get the data. Previously there is only file in the input, one file. And now let's see if, yes, you can see, right? We are having the data in the bronze layer also. Now in the silver, yeah, in the silver, this is the clean data that is also there. And the final business reports, you can see, right? This is the business reports, gold MN analytics, gold customer analytics, gold daily sales, gold daily product performance. So this is the my storage view. You can see after successfully executing this pipeline, my data copied and mentioned here. Now the same data I will pick from here and I will build the dashboard. So let me show you that also. I will just take a blank report to show you how exactly you can connect your system or connect your storage. Since the Azure Databricks has the functionality, it can directly links with your Azure storage. So we will use the Azure Databricks to get the data. We will use Databricks here. You can see Azure Databricks. Click on it, click on connect. We need hostname and HTTP path. Go to your Azure Databricks. Go to your compute. So basically is a cluster combination of multiple VMs which actually runs your code. So you don't need to run your code on your local system because it may crash if there is a high volume of data. But if you are running on the compute, that is basic Databricks functionality, so you can execute your code on web services. These are the server host name, we'll mention here. Go to the HTTP path, this is here, copy it, paste and click OK. It will take some time. You can see the navigator pane is opened. This is my workspace name, Amar Space. In the default, these are the tables, customer analytics. You can take a preview also here, daily sales. Every table that we build the reports in our gold layer is reflecting here. Now you can do either transformation, that means you can delete the null values, some transformation you can do, but I will directly load the data for creating the business reports or business dashboards. It will enforce your schema here also. You can see schema synchronized. Everything will be loaded here. Yeah. You can see now in your data pane, you can see customer analytics is there, data sales, everything is there. Every columns are here. Now if you want to add some more measures here, you can add some measures by this. You can calculate some columns which eventually you need to build the reports. Now let's the final look. After building everything, you will get these kind of things. After utilizing the same columns, I have built this dashboard. You can see the revenue, total order, customers, how many customers are there by region at 2011, at 2010. The same way you can go in the predictive insights. You can see for this I have used the ML analytics. These are the measures I have more added. That was the calculator symbol is for measures that I have added to build this report, which eventually give the how many customers are at risk. You can see the total 24 customers are at risk, churn risk count, the promising customers are there, and what are the monetary value they are bringing to our company, that you can see here. See, total 4K customers we have, churn risk count is 1K, at risk revenue 2.4 million, and then total monetary of our company is 8.89 million. So this kind of report you can generate. Let me just go back to my slide. Yeah. So everything that you have seen on the previous slides, from taking input data to building a Power BI dashboard, comes under your orchestration, where you build the pipeline, everything from bronze layer, silver layer, gold layer. So everything comes under the pipeline and the orchestration and governance. And now I will conclude with our conclusion. The conclusion, future works. These are the things that I did. Key contributions: I built the Medallion architecture, fault tolerant parsing, standardized to one by using the date parser. Power BI performance, I added the Power BI query. Then ML integrations is there, data governance. These are the things that I had covered, but these are the future extensions that I can add in my data. Currently our data is logged into our local system or not running in the production, but we can capture the data. Any application is generating the data in real time. We can capture the data, enter into the ADF pipeline, and then build the dashboard and get the insights. Auto ML tuning, we can add quality monitoring. If any constraints we added and that is not followed by our data, that should be some quality checks and monitoring can be added to generate alerts or email notification if you want. And then ML flow tracking we can add in our data. Here we are in the end of this presentation. I hope you are able to get something from this slide or from my presentation. I hope you like this. Thanks everyone for watching this video. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you everyone.